guys, we pumped out as much water as we could, but it's too muddy to pump, so he's going to try to push it out with the dozer. He needs to be able to see what he's doing, and with the water he can't see. So I really want to know how much higher this pad is above our sidewalk in our street. Powered up right here, and it's going to self-test mode. It's going to self-level. All right, gang, now that we have our baseline, what I mean by that, the laser is about 4'9" above the sidewalk, and we've got it dialed in right here on our pole. So I'm going to walk back to the pad and see how much higher we are than the sidewalk. And this pole is going to help us do that. I feel like we're higher. I'm going to lower this. Perfect. And just like that, there is our dry line. Now we made sure we went down and cut off any twigs or branches that were in the way so that this thing is dead straight, because it's going to be our reference. And remember, it's a foot off of our property line. How do we know that? On the survey, the back side of this post or the top rail is the property line. You can even see the surveyor's tape right here indicating the same, and there's even a stake out of the picture that shows us exactly where the property line is, so we know we're good there. And so that mark is the top of our slab, 9 inches above the sidewalk. Lots of practice with this. There you go. So he's going to put the tracks just like they are, level the machine with the blade. We're going to give it a whirl.
I'm sending it.
There you go. All right, guys, Jordan made it safely across our trench, and check this out. We didn't have any cave-ins because our select fill that's all compacted is nice and compacted, exactly what I was hoping that would do when you cross it with that heavy machine. plumbers are here roughing in the plumbing under the garage slab. That's exciting for us. That means we can get on the shovels, put down some vapor barrier, and hopefully start laying some steel this week. They're already hard at work. Let's go back there and check out what they're doing. This is all ready to go for the tie-in. They're all busy digging right now. Let me get out of this hole and we'll head on to the next step. All right, guys, it is the next day. We passed inspection and the boys are back and they're gonna put all their caps and plugs on and backfill everything, and the plumbing, the rough plumbing, will be all done under the slab.
Talk about your 6-inch screws, correct?
Jordan actually got out here early today, got a little bit of digging done, and down there it is rock solid, just like it was when we dug them originally with that little excavator. But the problem is we got all this soup on top of that. So our goal today is to get rid of the soup. So Operation Remove the Soup begins right now. Now let me give you an idea of how soupy this is. Let's check it out. We can't pour concrete on that, and we can't dig it with a machine, so we'll have to dig it by hand like I said. Now, check that out. After 2 long days of digging with 3 shovels in the hot Texas sun, Operation Soup Removal is done. Whew. I think the tamper is harder than the shovel. What do you think?
Tamping's hard.
It is.
I'd rather shovel than tamp.
I think so too. That is rough. But check it out. The grade beams look killer. They look the best they've ever been.
We have to add water to dilute it down so we can get it to the treatment zone.
Okay.
That's why it's coming out as a liquid. But what this is doing is it's bonding with the soil, and once it bonds with the soil, it's going to turn into a very fine powder. Yep, that's it, gentlemen.
That's it?
We're all good to go.
Awesome.
Wow.
Now we're actually covered for termites and protected the soil. So now we just have to let the chemical do what it needs to do, let it bond, let it sit down in there, and then we're good to go.
Let's walk over here and see how our guys are doing. I already see some form boards going in and a big pile of rebar cages already made. Now already this is something we probably wouldn't have done, right? They just put 2 2x4s across the trailer and they're building their cages right here on the trailer. All right, everybody, we are back from lunch, all fueled up. Our 4 concrete finishers are here working on the rebar, and I asked them if there's anything we can do. They said, yeah, as a matter of fact, if you don't mind taping all the seams and the vapor barrier, that'd be a huge help, because then they can start laying the rebar grid on top of it as soon as they're done with the with all this stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. Jordan picked up this really wide, what, 3-inch wide duct tape?
Yeah, it's lit.
And that's gonna be a lot better right here. And I know this is just Visqueen and duct tape on the vapor barrier. I know there's a lot better products, so we're probably gonna up our game. We'll up our game definitely on the main house, but for the garage, for Jordan garage, this is fine, right, bud?
Totally.
All right, so let's tape these seams, and then I think it's almost time to put the rebar on top. It is the day we've all been waiting for. We're pouring concrete. Let's do it.
That'll be a whole hour trip. All right.
All right, gang, you can see we got a void in the forms right here, so all they're doing, they're backfilling as they pour, put dirt on one side, concrete on the other, build it up as they pour. It'll make a pretty good finish edge right there, I think, Jordan. Yeah. All right, guys, truck number 5 is at the pump. He's already pumped some of it out, but we just had this little corner. Let's hope it's gonna be enough. All right, the Stud Pack team is so excited to finally see wood here. Can't tell you how excited we are to start building walls. Cool. All right, bud, you got a garage.
Doesn't look like it.
Let's lay out this door right here and build this wall first. And then see how I put these 12 inches from the edge?
Right.
Like the plans called for.
Okay.
And there's nothing in our way. So let's get the square, put these out, and then you know what we get to do? Start stacking lumber on the slab and nailing it together. Let's go.
I can't believe that.
All right, guys, it is Saturday morning and we are ready to start some framing. Now, yesterday evening, Friday night, we actually laid out all our studs and our framing on our sill plate, the pressure treated one, and our 2x6 top plate. All right, the other thing we're looking at, right, is anchor bolt locations. When we set them, we mark the foundation for the concrete guys. Code wants them within a foot of the end. So this one's within a foot of the end right here, because we'll have a doorway. And of course, it's back enough to account for our framing. This one's a foot from the corner, and so is this one. On our bottom plate, we have a splice. That stud will be over the splice. All right, man, I'm tooled up. I think we're ready to go. Let's spread these apart, grab some studs, start nailing these together. All right, guys, here's our header. It is 5 1/4 inches thick. Our studs are 5 1/2. So as you can see, we have a little lip. We don't want to fight that during the interior drywall or the exterior sheathing. So we're going to flush it out with the exterior of the stud, and then we'll pat it out on the inside when we drywall.
All right, gang, so this is our sill sealer. It's made of foam, and it's a capillary break. What that means is that it's not allowing moisture from the concrete to wick up into our pressure treated lumber. But it's not bug proof. If you zoom in on this with a microscope, you can see all those little tiny air pockets inside of it, because it's foam, of course. But what we're doing is we're putting a huge bead right there towards that side, towards the outside of the building. That way it becomes bug proof, waterproof, and it's not gonna allow bugs in. But we're not stopping there, are we, Rad?
No, we
Then
are.
we're gonna put this foam on top of our bolts, on top of the Lexel, and then we are going to be putting another bead of Lexel on the top. That's gonna sandwich that. It's gonna be great. Some could call that overkill, but the way that I look at it for this house is, I mean, we're only ever gonna get one opportunity to do it this way.
Y'all got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Sledge. Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
All right, we got our jack on top of the king. Now remember, we're using 3 1/4 inch nails, but that's only 3 inches. If I go straight down, it's gonna come out a little bit. I really don't want that. I'm just gonna take advantage of the angle built into the tool, like that.
Nice.
That's keeping me flush on the other side. All right, guys, we're almost ready for our beam. Got it cut to length. You put yours in first. Yep. Boom. I love it when a plan comes together.
Okay, hold it. Hold it.
That's a little heavier.
Go.
Yep. Yeah, now it's going. There we go.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
All right. Cool, that wall is done. 3 walls in a day for 3 beginners. That's not too bad. Nice job,
Yeah, you're not a
bud.
beginner. Give yourself more credit.
Now these walls, we put a structural screw right here just to tie them together so it's really solid. But on the front, we want to put some braces. We actually already have a brace here. And on the bottom, we just used the stakes that were left over from the formwork that we couldn't get out. It worked out great. And don't worry, we are going to pull those out once we get an excavator over here when we do the utility work. We're going to plumb all these later. I just want to get them braced. All right, guys, time to move this beam. And right now, it's just pure muscle. Well, that's actually sliding pretty good.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Cool. All right, Rad. Was that cracked there before you did that?
No, I cracked your slab, dude. That's how strong I am.
All right. You ready?
Yep. And we are done. How awesome was that, gang? A $70 rental to save our backs and lift this massive beam up here safely, slowly, and now it's super secure.
One, two, three.
Beam ho! Get going, you guys. Woo! Push, push, push.
Got it. Nice.
Yeah, it's very
Light.
Yeah. All right, so now we're
ready to start the second floor framing, but we've got to start with the floor structure first. We can't really start because there's nowhere in the middle to hold that floor up. The engineer specified a W10 by 33, 800 plus pound steel I-beam to support that.
Yep. Yep.
Good. To the steel yard.
Get this trailer back by 5, so that means we got to get the beam off the trailer pronto. And I don't know how we're going to do it, dude. Now what? I'm gonna go return the trailer. See y'all tomorrow.
There he goes.
So we have our steel H-beam, but we have a wooden garage. Steel and wood really don't play nice together. We have to modify this steel H-beam so that it plays nice with our big pile of wood. How are we gonna do that? Let's show you. X marks the spot, 4 feet apart, and we're staggering them. So one on this side, one on that side, come back. All right, got all our holes drilled in the board and they all lined up great. All we did is got a pin right here, marked it through the hole in our I-beam, flipped it over, drilled it, put it back. Now we're using a carriage bolt to tie all this together. This is a carriage bolt. It's got a square shoulder under the head. So when you pound it down, that square shoulder locks into the grain of the wood and the bolt won't spin while you tighten the nut. Then a little U-joint plus an extension, home free. Rotate forward a little bit. A little more. All right, up. All right, let me go see how it looks. All right, let's put our ledger under, and he can lower the forks. And there we go, team, just like that, 2 stud packs holding up our massive 24-foot long, 900-pound H-beam for the stud pack Dream Garage. First joist.
Go. Ready, Red? Yep. Okay. Yep.
That's not bad.
No, that's very easy.
Good.
Did you see my face? That's why you did. All right, guys, all the ceiling blocking is done, and what a difference it makes for our flooring system. right, guys, to make the stud pack stairway asteroid proof, we're using 6-inch GRK structural screws going through our stringer, through our 2x4 kicker, into our 2x4 wall. Of course, we got a 2x6 wall on the outside. So I'm going to run a screw right here, secure the bottom. Perfect. Now we do like to attach the middle stringer to the slab. A lot of guys will make a notch right here and put a 2x4 all the way across so these kind of key into the 2x4. You've seen that a lot. But what happens, you got some short grain here and that can crack. I like to simply put a block in between. We're going to use these Simpson A35s. Picked up some screws. We're going to screw it in place, and that way hopefully we minimize that notching and the chance of this splitting right there. Check it out, guys. We finally have stairs up to the second floor. Brad and Jordan did an awesome job.
Use their pinkies. Go ahead, Dad.
You're good. And just like that, there's the final exterior wall for the whole garage building. We got the roof, but the walls are done. And check out what we did with the header over the door. We just screwed it all the way to the top plates. I really like that detail. To me, it's stronger. Then we can fill in here with a 2x above the door and some cripples, insulate that, and any electric can just run through right over the top of the door. All right, gang, we're all done with the front wall framing and it looks absolutely awesome. This is kind of the way it's gonna look with these 3 massive windows all centered on this wall. A few details we want to point out. Of course, we have our insulated header up top. We have our sill, which is captured between this, basically a jack stud. So this right here, it'll never twist. And of course right here, our cripples line up with the studs on the first floor. So that's gonna make putting up our sheathing a lot easier. And then don't forget right here, we offset this stud from the center. So if we center a sconce or center a plug, it's in the middle of this wall. We accounted for the thickness of the box or the width of the box. Oh, too short. All right, get another piece. The router bit on this router is simply a 1/2 inch straight cutting bit with a bearing on the bottom, basically a laminate trimmer bit. I know they make down spiral bits, that's really what I want, but they're over $100. I had this one in the tool room, so it's what I'm gonna use.
Cool.
All right, guys, since we already did the corner behind Jordan, and we already have our tools all set up to do these inside corners, we're gonna go ahead and do this one. Then we're gonna finish putting zip on this stairwell. Yep.
Really?
Push the rim back like that till it's flush. And we're going to toe screw it into the top plates. Sweet. All right, gang, where I am standing on this Advantech is 11 foot above the dirt downstairs, and the top of that scaffolding, 35 feet in the air. All right, guys, here's our plan. We're gonna take one of the gable-end trusses, we're gonna carry it around to the back of the building and lift it up from the back and install it. Then we're gonna work on the parallel cord trusses, work our way forward to the street from this side, and end up with our last gable-end truss. So let's pop these straps, carry this thing to the back. It's gonna give us an idea for how much it weighs, and then we can lift it up to the roof.
All day, fellas. Not too bad. Nope.
All right, guys, we made everything up. Let me walk you through it. We got our not for lifting humans winch right here, rated at 1,100 pounds. We got it bolted to our scaffolding through one of the rungs with a U-bolt, so it can't go up and it can't go down. We used the plywood because we ran out of threads, and it's just acting as a spacer. But I like that. It makes it more solid, right?
Yep.
The whole winch is against the plywood, not against this pipe. Cable goes all the way up to where Rad is. Got a pulley up there chained to the top rail. Then we're coming all the way back down, and we have a clevis or a shackle through our strap, which is attached to our truss.
Yeah. All right, Paul.
We got this all day, huh?
All day.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, that's good.
All right, guys, our gable-end truss is installed, 6-inch structural screws, attaching it to the double top plates. That thing's not going anywhere. We also have it braced off, and we also are going to diagonally brace it before we leave here tonight. It's awesome seeing that thing finally in the sky. So now we're going to put up the parallel cord trusses. Now we're going to lower the hoist and set the truss on our marks on the top plate. You ready, Red?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, I'm on layout. I'm flush with the outside of our top plates, and I got a 6-inch screw already started right here. I'm going to drive it home. All right, we'll go catch the other side, dial in our block at the top, and this one's temporarily set. All right, guys, that came out awesome. As you can see, all the trusses are installed, and I put up diagonal bracing this morning to keep it really strong and keep it on layout, so when we're up there crawling on that roof, it's not moving around on us because they're pretty flimsy this way. Three sheets on the first row, and then we did our offset. 4 sheets on the second row, and then it's rinse and repeat. 3 sheets on the third row, and we're at the ridge.
Paul, you didn't cut it right, man.
I cut it to what you told me. Turn it 90 degrees, dude. You're the wrong way.
Oh, it's hot.
That's what I was saying. It's so hot, it drains you physically and mentally. Yeah. Last piece of roof sheathing going in. Let's go, Red. Nice. Does it fit?
The tape is really easy to apply, and here's what I mean by shingle style. We're gonna go right over the top, cut that piece, boom. So now water coming down, it's just gonna go like that.
And with that, gang, the Stud Pack Dream House Garage is all dried in, except for the windows. All right, guys, we're gonna get started with our framing list by building some walls. We wanna see this bathroom framed in so we can see what kind of bathroom Jordan's gonna have. First thing we're gonna do is build a long wall. We've already got our lines popped here on the floor, here, and on the little side wall. We used our line laser to project that line all the way up onto the top of our joist. Remember, that wall is going to go all the way up, and we're going to have a cathedral or vaulted ceiling in the bathroom. A lot of ways to tie in this wall to that vaulted ceiling. Jordan decided to make it super complicated on me, so we're going to bevel a 2x6 for our top plate. Already got our angle, 32 degrees. We just used the level function on our phone, super handy. Let's go downstairs and rip a top plate. All right, just a little quick block on the subfloor to keep that wall from sliding on us as we tip it up. Certainly don't want it sliding and crashing into our drain for our shower, but I think that's gonna be fine. Let's tip the wall up. We got a mark here. We'll nail it down on our layout and then nail the top to the trusses using our laser to get it perfectly plumb. Slide to me.
Perfect.
We'll keep moving it out.
About to get real dark in that stairway.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, this is one of those ideas. It sounds good. Now we'll see if we can install it. If it goes in, it'll save us a bunch of time, right? I think we got it. I think we got this. We just got to get it turned horizontal. Yeah, it's light.
You comfy?
Yep. You on top of your ladder? Yep. We are the window makers here. Woo! There you go, bud.
Pretty sweet.
3 windows. That was pretty dang quick, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
All right, guys, our stairway blocking with our scrap 2x12s is complete. And that's gonna give us a really wide target when we attach our handrail. Where we are, we checked with our inspector, we only need a handrail on one side, so we put it here on the exterior wall. All right, guys, we got all our 2-inch holes drilled. Now we have 2 different paths for our SCR cable. We have one from the meter to the main house in the future, and we have one feeding the garage panel from the meter. We're going to take you into a little bit more detail about that decision a little later. But here is our SER cable, service entrance rated. What is this, Joel? 4/0? Mm-hmm. 3 conductors inside that are 4/0, and the ground that is
2/0.
2/0. And this is monster cable. Check it out. It's pretty tough. And we have to snake it all the way across the building. You guys ready?
Yep.
Let's get to work.
It's already hard.
That's just easy, Joel. What are you talking about, man?
A third of the way there.
All right, gang, all of our rafter tails are installed and it looks absolutely killer. Our next step is to remove our temporary end pieces and install our subfascia.
We'll just make sure we both look beforehand. That was going good. Switch low, so we'll go high. Beauty.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have our subfascia installed and it is dead straight. Love the way it looks from up here, but even more than that, love the way it looks from downstairs. Starting to look like a house rather than a Monopoly house. We even have our zip already cut, ready to go, and check it out.
Last for its diagonals.
All right, guys, our overhang looks absolutely awesome. Jordan, Rad, and I are super pleased with the way it turned out. It is dead straight this way, and it is flat this way. This is the tank for an in-the-wall tankless toilet. This will fit in 2x4 construction, or like we have, 2x6 construction, so we can put plenty of insulation behind here to protect that tank from the Arctic winters we have here. And now we've got it sitting on a 2x4 just to mimic our sill plate here, just so we get our height dialed in. Now this is the discharge tube. Remember, we're looking at the back, so the discharge tube is going to go right there, and it attaches to this bracket like that. This bracket clamps our tube to the frame, and there's 2 slots. The one nearest to me, the back one, is in case you want to have an angle discharge like this to meet up with your sewer line. And when it swings, it clears the frame and the water line. But we're going to go straight down, so we're going to use the front one. So I've got the sandpaper and I'm going to use it like a wraparound, just like that. And if I line up the edges, you see how that's working?
Yeah, that's cool.
If I line up my edges, I'm going to have a nice square cut all the way around. All right, we got our rubber sleeve on. I'm down to my stop, really liking that. Now we're going to put our metal sleeve on, obviously with the screws facing out, right? And then that should go right there. We're going to put a screw here and a screw here. And then we're going to put 2 2x6s on the right and on the left. All right, let's put in some 2x6s. Cool. All right, we've got our 2 2x6s we took down. We're going to nail them together and install these 2 on the right first. Dude, think this will hold up your toilet? Man. All right, bud, I'm gonna put some Teflon tape on here and some pipe dope. Can't really get a wrench in there, so I've got a 7/8 socket. We'll put it on. Are you ready for that stud?
Pretty good.
Good?
Pretty good.
Let's put the 3 screws in here, and then it's time to run that PEX.
Yeah.
Cool, nice job. All right, guys, we got this one and these 2 cut, all ready to go. And as you can see, there's my notch to clear this plate. I'm just gonna go just like that. There's our drywall backing all the way up to the top of our ridge. Not really the ridge, but to the peak of our roof. We're just gonna nail it right here into the side of the one on the flat. Piece of cake.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. All right, guys, we've got our 2x4s installed on edge, adjacent to the ones that were on the flat from the truss from the factory. And that's gonna give us our drywall nailing. So one little tip before I get started, you gotta be really careful with these Simpson ties. I have found from experience, if you start at one end and go hog wild towards the other, you're deforming the metal a little bit, right? And this end starts to wander, and now you're not lined up over here. So as you can see, I got a nail here, 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 just to keep it straight. So now that I know it's straight, I get to drive all those nails. Way faster. I've already upgraded my technique. All right, guys, this gable end wall is all done, a big check mark in our book. And it took quite a while for us to get there. And it came out fantastic. This wall is 100 times stronger than it was that very fateful day I came up here and shook it, and it almost fell over. I love that. Those are dead on, dead straight, dead plumb.
Beauty.
Easy. All right, guys, we're using an LPC6Z for our post caps. It's gonna go just like this, one on each side of our beam. The Z at the end of that means it's Z Max. It's a coating that is specially made for contact with treated lumber. Check it out, guys. The first floor framing for our backyard deck is all complete. It looks good and it feels good.
All right, Paul, we're gonna caulk 3 sides of this frame.
And some people like to caulk the rough opening. Some people actually like to caulk the window flange. What are you gonna do, or what's your preference?
And I'm gonna grab the window by the flange and stick it in there, so I don't want the Lexel all over my hand. I typically use my finger as a guide. See I have my finger right there, and I get a nice straight line. I'll just ride up the edge of the window, get my bead started.
While you're doing that, Paul, I want to point out you're not putting a bead at the sill.
Correct.
And that's because if water were to get past this window for whatever reason, we want to make sure that that water has a path to get out. And so we're going to shim the window up on that sill, that rough opening sill. And you guys did a beautiful job of getting a nice zip stretch tape sill. So that sill is totally waterproof. You also brought your air barrier with your zip into the inside, as well as the waterproofing by running zip on your rough opening. And you guys had to do a little math on that too, didn't you, Paul?
We did. You know, putting a window in and not having it fit has got to be one of the most frustrating experiences for a remodeler or a builder. All right, when we lift together, I'll pull the cardboard off.
Okay.
All right, you ready, bud?
Now you're gonna notice he's putting that bottom in, right? I'm gonna talk through this for your peeps.
On the shims.
And dropping it in, you ready?
Boom, yep.
Push it against. And so we're dropping a screw in here. I wanna mention that these screws are exterior rated and washer headed as well. So that's gonna hold nicely on that flange.
Love that squeeze out.
Yeah, great call.
We're gonna air seal it inside. I'm gonna use big stretch and fill that gap right there. And then when I tool it with my finger, it's gonna bond to the zip, bond to the flange. We get a nice bead, and that'll all be covered by our drywall return or our window trim.
Smart.
And this is where the backer rod comes in. If I didn't have the backer rod, I would just be pushing that in there, and I wouldn't get adhesion on our zip or on the flange. All right, bud. Unlike stud pack fashion, I'm gonna leave it alone and call it good enough.
Nice, you're learning.
Done. Wow. Nice job.
Boom.
Yo, what's up? Nice job, guys. What's next?
You need that window.
You need a window?
That's right.
Coming up, I'm going to pass the window through the window.
Ah.
Man, I wish the other three in the front were going to be that easy.
Well, that's a nice looking bathroom window, bro.
It is, dude. Time to go blow it up.
Yeah.
All right, gang, all our shims are in, and check out how cool this is. I'm right there on my line. Check the middle. Boom. And the right-hand one. Boom. All right, gang, here's what we made. Just a piece of strapping, 16 inches long, long point to long point, and we got a little piece of zip on the backside with a 1-inch drywall screw. And these are doing a couple of really important things for us. Check it out down here. We've already got 3 installed. Number one, it's going to prevent us from pushing the window in too far and having it crash onto the scaffolding, or worse, all the way down to the ground. You ready, bud?
I'm ready.
You've been waiting on this a long time.
Long time. This is really exciting, actually. Oh my. Holy moly.
I'll just hold it.
All right.
Squeeze it, Jerry. Hydrant that makes it really important so this thing doesn't freeze. It actually installs in the building at an angle. This is where the stop is. Let me pull this off. I'm going to show you. And what I mean by the stop, that's actually where your valve is. I'm going to activate the hydrant and watch the end. So now your water's coming in here into this tube, and when I pull this out, a spring and water pressure is going to shut it off. So any water that's in here is going to drain out right here. So that's the key feature of this one. It drains out. In order to drain out, it has to be at an angle. We actually measured it. It's 4 degrees. So I'm going to screw the template to the building so it doesn't walk around on me. Nice. All right, let's pull this off of here, cut our zip into this nice oval shape, and we are ready for install. All right, guys, here's the magic. If I just put that in there like that, this is going to be square to my building and that won't drain. But check out the taper on the cover. It's going to slide behind there. I'm trying to do this with one hand. And now I put it on. Now look at that. Now look at the angle of this thing. That's our 4 degrees we were talking about. Snap that closed. Beautiful. We're going to leave this plastic protective cover on. Should go straight onto the building in that hole. There we go. Look at that, man. Right there, huh?
Money.
That's so cool.
Really is.
Yeah. Got the threads inside in our spring. I'm just going to screw it on here. There we go. I'm going to tighten it. All right, I'm past the O-ring. I can feel it sealing. Now I'm tight.
Nice. Yeah, now you shouldn't have any problems.
Yep, easy. Good call. And it's expanding the pipe and the collar. That should be enough. Put it down. You have just a few seconds. I'm bottomed out at the shoulder. It has memory. It's going to go to its original position. Bite down on the grooves on the collar. All right, guys, we have a little 6-foot hose. And to turn the hose on and get your water going, there's a little arrow here, one on the other side. Don't know if you can see them on the camera, but that's a visual. Just put the arrow on top, push and turn clockwise. We got full flow on the other end of our hose.
Wow.
And it's just as simple to stop the water flow, right? I'm just gonna turn counterclockwise, pull it out. There's our water draining out of our body and a little bit more right there. So now if it freezes tonight, which it won't, we're totally protected. All right, we're back from the lumberyard quick trip. Now here's the plan on the corner. Our engineer specified this very simple post base. Couldn't be any simpler than that. And it's actually gonna go right on the outside corner. We're gonna trim all this out later, so don't worry that it's flush, it's gonna look great. But as you can see right here, this corner is unsupported, and that was kind of by plan. If you watched the video when we built this deck, so let's head downstairs, cut the 2x4s, install them, and we'll move on to our next step. Okay guys, we've got our 2x4 in. Remember, that's gonna do a couple things for us, so it's all ready to go. We're gonna flash it and put our post base on it. All right, got our first post installed, which is nice, dude. Look at that.
Not bad.
Almost got you a porch, bud. All right, guys, got our first 2x4 ledger in place, not nailed yet. I got it sitting over here. Rad's got it on the line. Looks good. Nice. Now we got our ceiling rafters up. Now there are only 5 of them, but check this out. We're gonna have some kind of decorative ceiling up here like we talked about before, and not sure what it is yet, so it doesn't have to hold up a lot of weight. We're definitely gonna come back and infill that with some of the wood that Jordan is standing on to give us some blocking and some backing. It's purling time.
I'm really excited. I've never done this before, so we're gonna just see how it goes. We're gluing up the pipe. PVC has tremendous expansion characteristics. I like to put writing back so that
The inspector can't see it.
the inspector can't see it. That is Schedule 80 PVC.
Tighten that.
This is so important to get the connections right in the panel. This is the main neutral that's gonna feed half the house.
All right, guys. Joel spent his final hours on their last day here wiring all this together, and it is a work of art. Now let's take you through it. Power from our local utility is going to come in here. They're going to land their neutral there. Line 1, line 2.
That's right.
Come through our meter, line 1 and line 2. Then we split. This is feeding the panel for the garage. This side's feeding the panel for the house, or vice versa. We're not sure, are we? All right, guys, now it's time to use the excavator for what we really got it for. We started this video off over at the electrical meter talking about how we need to run the underground service. Jordan's going to switch from overhead electrical to underground. The utility company told us we had to bury a 3-inch conduit 3 feet deep, and I think that's another reason, Jordan, right? We wanted to get the grade established because we have to be 3 feet below grade. And our grade is basically going to be this little lip. So we're going to dig a trench 3 feet deep from here all the way to the white picket fence and install our 3-inch conduit here with a nice long bend radius 90 all the way to the street. We've got our ropes tied off to the picket fence, and now Rad and I just gonna lower it in the ground. Go ahead. I have to help that. No, it's going. Yeah, we'll untie from the fence, pull the rope out, and then we'll make up that end. We'll work together and we'll get it plumbed this way and that way.
You don't like it like that?
No, that would drive me insane.
Fiber conduit. Future stud pack videos are going to be uploaded through this conduit.
All right, bud, let me tie this off and then you can go. Or you can go right now, I got it.
One thing that we're focused on is just getting this corner right. The purpose of this stuff is an air and bug seal. So we don't need to wrap all the way up to our zip because the zip is already doing that. So we just need to get in that little corner. So Rad's focused on just getting it right up in that corner. And then I'm about to show you my technique that I've developed. All right, and here's the strat. I'm just getting it all the way up into that corner and then up and over like that. All right, gang, so that's kind of what the end product is looking like right there. Just bridging that gap just ever so slightly, but I mean, once that stuff hardens, nothing's ever getting through it, and it's covering the end of the OSB, as you can see, so I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot.
So they just got under here and filled in that little diagonal, and I'm touching that right now, feeling it, and it is sealed from the slab to there. They did a great job. So let's get right to work. Here are the 2 pages for the lighting plan on the 2nd floor. One of them is the lighting plan. It shows us what type of fixture goes where with precise measurements. And the other one is a zone layout. basically our wiring diagram and how they are all switched. And the zone layout is going to be really useful as we get into more and more of our wiring. All right, guys, we just laid out 15 lights on the ground in a matter of minutes. And now to preserve them so we don't scuff it up with our shoes and lose this red mark, I'm going to spray it with some clear. I'm going to do that to all of them. And then we're going to spray a circle around them, color-coded depending on the type of fixture. So we might use orange for this one, the little halo light, and we might use red for the other one. Just going to help us out in the long run. All right, first thing we're going to do is cut our blocks to length. So I'm going to be up here measuring, and you can go downstairs and cut 5 times.
Sounds good.
Get you some leg workout in today. All right, guys, we just used an 1.5 inch cabinet screw by GRK to attach the box to our block. Plenty strong enough to hold up those halo monopoint fixtures. Now it's time to put it between our 2 trusses and secure it for good. So am I going to put the laser beam in the bottom of the box? I'm not, because here's what's going to happen. When we go to put in our halo lights and drill that 4-inch hole, we're going to use the bottom of the drywall as our reference. We're going to use our laser just like we're using now, make a point on the drywall and drill a 4-inch hole. So the bottom of this box must also line up with the same reference. If I put it there, the box is too far this way towards the stairs and it won't line up. So we need a reference surface here that mimics the surface of our drywall. I just happen to have a round cover plate. I've marked the center. We're just going to snap it on here. So now I've got the round cover plate on the octagonal box, and check this out. I can just move it up or down like that. X marks the spot, and that's where we attach it.
And you want this to be 5/8 out.
Correct. All right, gang, we've got all the wiring run for all the lights in the ceiling of the main room. There are 15 lights up there. 10 of them are the sloped halo cans that we'll wire in later after the drywall's done. And 5 of them are the mono points that will attach to the junction boxes. Everything comes back over here. All right, guys, got my box completely wired, sconce, bridge lights, halo lights. Everything's labeled, tucked back far enough so the drywall router won't damage the wires.
Yeah.
Cool. Money, dude.
Sweet. All right, let's put it in. Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Yep.
How you like that reveal, Jordan?
That's great.
They start easy. I love how they self-counter bore. So now the magic, Rad's got the plugs.
Ooh.
And they really only go in one way. There's like a rounded end and a flat end, right?
Yeah.
Stick it in. Nice little hammer action. Beautiful. All right, we're rolling.
All right, let's get it. Up. Up. Good.
As you can see, a little bit of overhang that goes in our dado that we cut in our AZEK fascia board. Boards are getting it tacked up. These blocks we put in are 24 inches on center, so it's really easy for them to find them.
Well, we don't have to do the blocks. We're just going on the edge.
Oh, because
On the
it's not
outside?
very wide.
Right.
Gotcha. All right, guys, and with that last piece of AZEK fascia right here, the soffit is done on this building and it looks great. So let's get right into our manufacturing, the product we're using. What do we got here?
So F-Wave Riviera style shingles, the American blends. Personally, in their lineup, my favorite looking shingle. Synthetic shingle, TPO kind of style.
Is this where your guys putting the nails? They've got it labeled right here?
Yep, they got it labeled, pretty straightforward.
Wow,
6 nails
can't
per
miss.
shingle, can't
Yeah,
miss.
yeah.
Yep, can't miss
So
it.
6 nails, all right, cool.
6.
and it's a pivot boot.
Pivot boot.
Have you seen them?
I have, yep. I've seen them online. They just came out with them here recently. I believe it's a 2-part piece.
It is.
Fantastic.
¿Ah? Sí. Y se acaban bien rápido.
We put the roof on 4 days ago. Today, we start with spray foam insulation. Let's get to work.
Push in, there you go, you're live, you're ready to go. Oh, he's going with the up and down method. Oh.
Hey!
Oh, I think he's gonna have it. I think he's gonna have it on depth. I think his depth's gonna be good if he don't go over. So we're definitely a good 2 inches here. We're good here. Oh, we're a little deep. Oh, yeah, I think I lost my poker. We're good here.
You think so? You think so?
Maybe not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Red had to do one.
I had to try it. All right, how you putting this thing down?
You're proposing right there.
You're proposing to the sheetrock.
Oh, proposing, dude.
It's a beautiful house, but I don't love it that much.
Oh boy.
Look at that fit. Nice.
Look at your butt.
Perfect. Good.
All right, guys, it is Saturday morning. We're ready to get to work again. How many sheets did we hang yesterday? How many sheets did you guys hang yesterday?
I don't think it was very much. It was about 35, 36.
And what do you normally do in a day?
A normal day easily is 70 sheets. So
That's crazy.
Is the window right here? Yep. But I'm so tired. Yeah. This is an automatic taper.
All right.
What it does, you fill this tube with mud. It's got a plunger with a cable, and as you fill it up, and then the wheels on the end, you put those on the wall. As they spin, it brings the mud tape simultaneously onto the wall. As you can see, mud tape, one pass.
And so now that would take me probably 15, 20 minutes doing it by hand. Let's see what it takes you. Probably 15, 20 seconds. And you do this on stilts too, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
All the time. Speed is the only way to go. Oh, this isn't even drywall sandpaper? First time for everything again.
All right, guys, we've been filming a lot down in the garage. We've been holding out on you upstairs. We want to show you all the details in there. But first, turn around and check out this awesome stairwell. Look at that. 3 windows, 3 lights. Can't wait to paint this thing. So come on in here with me. This is the upstairs apartment. This is where Jordan's gonna be living while we build the main house. And look how cool it looks, ready for paint.
Perfect, guys.
First piece of trim, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, guys. That's awesome.
All right, guys, ready for our first fit up here on the scaffold. You may be asking yourself and us, why didn't you just cut a rabbet? Well, we basically made our own rabbet because we needed the extra thickness right here because of this flange on the window. Let's try it out, boys. I got a good feeling about this. Well, it fits. Oh man, we're tight. I can feel it.
One more to rule them all. Okay, cool.
Windows, man.
All right, first piece of freeze on the west side. You can see we got a little pad out up there. All right, to me, little Raz, but all right, you're there, yes sir.
Perfect.
All right, guys, continuing with our trim. We're on the front of the building. We got the 2 windows on the left done, just like the same detail as on the little ones we did over on the left-hand side. Rad's up there nailing off a 1/4-inch strip to pad out the top of our freeze board. As soon as he gets to the peak, we're gonna start installing the freeze board. It's looking awesome. Can't wait to see the front finished.
That first piece of small freeze.
Toss me that big stretch, dude. All right, guys, remember that 1/4 inch reveal we talked about? Right here, that really important detail you always have on a door casing. We did the same thing, and we just drew a line here. It's gonna give us an aid as we push this up and nail it to here. All right, guys, this is a conditioned space. We want to fill all the gaps we can, so we're going to insulate this little guy right here. There we go, guys, custom fit. Now we're simply attaching it with our coil nailer. We have 1 3/4 hot dip galvanized nails. That's the same thing we're going to be using for all our siding. Just got a box of what, Jordan, 9,000 of them?
Yep.
And that's going to be plenty for this building. Here we go. Little zip tape. We're all flashed in. Man, that's a clean detail sticking it behind there, Jordan. Love that. All right, let's roll the tape. Love that. All right, guys, all 2 of our mounting boards are installed. Of course, we are going to flash it just like this, just like everything else. And we are going to put our Airx boot on there, but I think we want to paint this first and then put all our stuff on there so we're not trying to cut in around brackets and the boot and the disconnect. But this board and batten came out great. And in our last video, if you saw the end, we put up 3 little pieces over the garage door. So today we picked up right where we left off and started on the right-hand side of the garage door and finished that first. That first sheet with the big notch in it on that upper right corner was kind of a pain. I think we had to take it up and down a couple of times to dial in our measurements. But man, once we got that up, we moved all the way to the corner board, put in the last piece on the right with the square cut out for the massive sconce that's going to go there on that side of the building. We attached it all with our coil nailer, 1 3/4 inch hot dip galvanized ring shank nails, about 6 inches apart, just like Hardy wants for great holding power. Then we continued over to the left side, finished that off. It was kind of the same thing, had the sconce junction box to cut around and the nice aqua hose bib down there at the bottom. That sheet went in first time. What a great feeling. Once all our pieces were up, all the boards, it was time to switch to the battens. We watched a bunch of videos on doing that, and a lot of the guys were using the same coil nailer to attach the battens. So we did the same thing, but after a couple, we noticed the battens were actually cracking, and one of them actually broke in half. Now we think that's due to the fact that our battens are pretty narrow. They're just over 1 3/4 inches wide, so we simply switched to the 16 gauge trim nailer with a stainless steel nail that we use for all the other trim, and they hold great, and then we had no more cracking. And we actually like that a little bit better because the finished nails are harder to see. 1/2 inch spacer is going to keep this 1/2 inch above the water table. Our first course of siding, 1/4 inch above the water table, is going to completely hide that. First piece, bud.
Wow.
You excited? I think you're more excited today than almost any other day.
Roof day was exciting, but just seeing that, I mean, like if I get really close to it, the building's done. So that's cool, man.
I might be able to reach it with your. Got it.
Awesome. Come to me a little bit. All right, guys, we got it. Me and Rad have been battling. It's humid as crap and wet, but it looks really, really good. right, guys, Dad is priming the last little triangle piece for the final piece on the top of the gable.
Let's go!
This is one of those moments where we're so excited, we just want to be done.
There it is.
Good cut, Paul.
Yeah! Oh, easy. Nice.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm too close to it. What do you think?
Pretty cool. We gotta get that Hardy painted.
This?
With the black?
Yeah.
Well, I had this color match. We're ready to go.
Oh, we gotta caulk these.
Checked it out, and man, it just looks so epic. I can't wait until these are all done. So I'm just taking my time.
All right, guys, we've got 2 coats of paper white on the second story on these 2 sides, and we also got that black color match for our fiberglass windows. We actually rolled and brushed the front ones, but over on the side, we just brushed them. The brush is a little easier to control, and looks great, Jordan. Looks great from out here at the street, especially when you turn the corner. Looks awesome. I can't wait to get that third color on the bottom. not gonna ooh yet. Now I can say,
oh, wow.
Ooh, that's pretty nice, guys.
Wow.
Look at you. That looks awesome.
Ooh! Got too excited.
All right, guys, this is what happens when you send Jordan to the paint store. He comes back with 5 gallons of primer. You're building a house, dude. You think 5 gallons are going to cover the whole thing?
Stud pack paint crew.
Let's go. All right, guys, you've seen the windows, you've seen us prime, but you haven't seen the windows and the primer together. Check it out. Look how great it looks. No more drywall. This morning sun, this afternoon sun's pouring through these windows, raking across the ceiling, which, by the way, has 2 coats of finish color on top of 1 coat of primer. And from where we stand, I can't see any imperfections, and the walls look just as good. And the walls are just 1 coat of primer. You know, Jordan, we could probably leave it just like that, and it would be fine. We're in the shower, and we're gonna start with the drain. Now, you can break down every shower installation into either a remodel, like we always did, or a new construction. And on all the remodels we've ever done, we've always run into a 3-piece drain. Here it is, 1, 2, 3 pieces. All right, break that out and keep going. As you can see, I used my knife and I kind of went at an angle and I cleared the foam around the edges of the pipe so I can get my dauber in there to put some primer and clean that pipe. I'm just gonna stick my finger in here and I can feel the edges of that pipe. I was kind of concerned the foam would be sticking to it, but it is really, really smooth. Really happy about that. Let's clean it, Jordan. All right, this is clear primer, guys. You're not gonna see purple, so no comments. We got our 2 little blocks on the bottom. Look at that, guys. This will be done in 5 minutes. Let's get some screws, let's go. For the back of our niche, we don't really have anywhere to screw to because we just have our zip behind there. We're just gonna use our good old trusty Lexel from Sashco. And we're gonna glue it to this foam board, which is also glued to the back of the zip. All right, guys, check that out. All the backer board is in, and I can honestly say 100% easiest backer board, fastest we've ever put up. Wouldn't you say, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys, it is the next day. I'm standing in our shower floor. Jordan did a great job.
Thanks.
Today it's gonna be pretty chill, actually, in the shower. We're gonna put banding here, 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 and here, just 4 pieces, a little piece around the pipe, and Pete actually brought us some waterproof sealant. We're gonna try it out in the niche. Let's get started and get the shower done.
When you're doing something, you can like feel if it's good or not. That's interesting.
one of my good chisels on you, bud. Dang it.
On foam, dude? Come on.
Well,
You'll be all right.
it's the thin set under it I'm worried about. There we go. Beautiful.
Cool.
There we go. Like that.
Nice. You figured it out.
Yep.
That stuff is cool.
Never done one of these before.
I was just gonna say, you know, this is one of those things that we like research and watch videos on.
Right.
And then when you finally do one, it's like, what a great system. Look at that.
How easy is that?
Really easy. What am I doing? I got a couple little floaters. So I got some tiny zip ties. Tie it back down to that mesh. Just like that. Don't know what else to do. Don't have a lot of time to think about it. This stuff waits for no man. Even though it's called self-leveling underlayment, in our opinion, it really doesn't self-level, it needs some help. So we're just helping it with this roller. You can do it with trowels, but look what a nice job that does. All right, guys, making good progress. I'm waiting on some more thin set to catch my back two sides here. In the meantime, I'm gonna put in the drain. As you can see, I put a little thin set around the perimeter, and check out this cool little detail. See this little part right here? You can actually break off this section if this goes against the wall, like if you had a linear drain.
Cool.
Pretty smart, right? So I'm gonna pull out the little plug they sent me so nothing goes down the drain. And I'm ready to install the drain for your shower, Jordan. Pretty exciting.
That's really nice, Dad.
Thank you, son.
That is awesome.
You like it?
I love it.
Let's take the clamps off, see how we did. I'm feeling really good. Big reveal, guys. You ready? Piece number one.
Wow.
How's it look, bud?
Dang.
Let me get it a little clean. Oh, that's my best one.
All right, got the food. Ready for a little break?
No way, dude. I'm in a groove.
Really nice.
Man, Jordan, that is like a factory edge. This is the factory edge with a slight chamfer on it, and now we've got it on all the edges that we cut. I think I'm gonna go on the back first and line up to the drain. Ooh-wee. Nice. Yeah, I love the height here. This drain is just below that tile. Clean up a little.
Wow.
Yeah, like instant floor, right?
Yeah.
Didn't take long at all, did it, bud?
Nope.
All right, put this long edge in first. Look at that. So nice.
You cut all of that with a grinder.
My hand. It's insane. Wow, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
We did a clip on it. All right, guys, all done. Literally 5 minutes to do this bathroom, and that's what grouting is about. You hustle, 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 and now we wait.
Sure.
I'll get it there.
What is that stupid lip, dude? What is going on
All
here?
right, loosen it.
Hey, I wasn't holding it. Nice. Good. Fixed it. Oh gosh, way to redo.
Pay attention.
Fixed it.
Earlier in the video, you saw us install the bottom rail into our studs, well, our blocking. And we actually have 2 more rails to install. We have one right here, full length, wall to wall. It's going to capture these towers on either end, and it's also going to capture some ones in the middle. Then we have a 3rd rail to hang way up there where the laser beam is. And that's going to capture some more uppers that are on top of these. So Jordan has a ton of storage.
Yep.
And I'll check the tape. All our rails are up. Very next step, we can start hanging cabinets. We're going to start with the end here. Rad and I are going to put up the left one because we have the matching shirts. We're like the cabinet installers today.
Buddy.
All right, very next step was to hang these 3. Went really easy. These have glass doors, so there is LED lighting inside the cabinets, bless you, so we can show off all of Jordan's junk. I mean, stuff. And then full depth cabinets on top of that.
Nice.
Come on, Paul.
Nice.
Woo.
Good?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, with this lumbar sport, I can do this all day.
Yeah, this is good. All right, guys, this is our back 2x12. It's going to go right here, and again, covering the top and the end grain with the zip. Keep the water out of it. It's just like we said earlier, in the remodeling phase of my life, that's what always got destroyed first, right, was the corners. Nice, guys. Good job on the framing. Now let's tackle this gutter system. Water's going to go through our deck. It's going to hit this main piece right here, and it's going to flow under this one. But what is that one for? Let me show you. Water's going to hit that one, drain off onto this one, and I'm going to rip this up. Then it's going to hit this piece, more ripping, and it's going to go down, and this is going to hang inside our gutter. Now we are fully covered here. This isn't going to see a lot of water, only in a sideways wind like during a hurricane or a big storm, or if Jordan decides to pressure wash the deck. But it can handle a ton of water. Check this out. That's what we're looking for, guys. Overhanging 2 inches, 5 should work. Here we go, guys. All right, guys, that fits great. We're going to screw it down. We're going to face screw it. There are many types of ways to attach your deck boards to your deck. You've probably seen them all on YouTube, just like we have. But let's put a screw in here and put the bung in it and see how good it looks. Got this special bit that's going to countersink it the right amount. Nice, look at that. I got to put it in the right way. This one actually matches the grain perfect. I'm going to just use my little block. What? totally disappears.
It did.
Love it.
Good?
Yeah.
This one?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Right.
Right there?
Yeah, send that.
Never used my fine chisels on a deck before.
Good job.
Cool. There you go, bud.
Dang, dude.
Little table saw, little router, little 1-inch wide chisel.
You went crazy on that.
Got yourself a notcher. Moment of truth. We even cleaned everything with the hose, got all the mud out of there. And slide it in.
Oh snap. It's perfect.
Dang.
Holy cow.
I'm in.
Kick it in over here.
Is that in? What?
Nice cut.
These look so awesome. All 8 of our column covers are done. We also have the 4th piece that goes right here already. It's already ripped, cut to length. It's just got to be nailed on after we install these. All right, Rad, you ready? I'm in.
Sweet.
Come on up.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice, guys.
Perfect. Nice land on the scaffolding.
Back to the Hardy, climbing up a ladder. Perfect, guys.
Yeah, it's money. Let's go. Nice to have a movement. Nice.
Start it up.
While Jordan and Rad are standing, I'm laying out the posts, so when they're done, all 3 of us can hit this railing and get it done today. So on this post, I made 2 center marks, one here. And if you come on down to the ground, now we're cooking with gas.
Oh, that's money.
Perfect.
Wow.
Are we perfect?
We are.
All right, time to slide on the base cap. Now guys, we modified that first one, but that's not the norm. The rest of these have been going on just like magic. Check it out. Not going too fast. I don't want to scratch the powder coat, right?
Boom.
It just sits right there. All right, let's put the top on, the little cap. You got it, Red?
Yep.
Little top cap. Perfect, guys. It is. Okay, I'm in.
Okay, sick.
Y'all can get started.
All right.
Do what you do.
Start with the top.
Thinking one nail in the middle of each. What do you think?
Yep.
You got those next 2 ready for me?
That's right.
Let's go, let's go. So we're gonna throw you into a little time lapse, try to finish this ceiling because it's basically measure, cut, stain, tap, nail. About 40 more times. Here we go. Trim out this whole side. Here's the first one. A little piece of hardy trim, same thickness as our corner boards. We're going to put it in with some stainless steel nails. Second piece, a piece of our hardy board that we use for our board and batten. I'm going to put the nail high so the rabbet covers it. Third piece, a rabbeted piece of AZEK. Fourth piece, got a little big stretch on the top. We're just going to nail it on with some stainless steel nails. Nice. All right, guys, that's what it looks like from the backyard. Almost 100% complete on the exterior of the building. From now on, we're going to be inside where it's a lot cooler because we are roasting here outside in this June heat here in Texas. Yeah, Jordan, not too bad at all. That was pretty quick. a special order. Our trim techs, when we went to pick it up, we picked up 3 cans of their 847 adhesive. I'm going to give the drywall 2 coats. I need to work on my spraying skills. There we go. Jordan wants me to use this 8-foot level as like a straight edge. We don't think this cut is very, how do you say, level, parallel to the floor. So this is gonna make sure our trim text is perfectly straight and flat. Yeah, that's what we want. So I'm gonna little roll. How am I looking on the end? Pretty good? Great. And just tap it in a few places. We're all done. It went a lot quicker than we thought it would after we figured out just do the corners by hand. Now it's time to mud it. Let's go get our supplies. All right, guys. A little more, huh? All right, gang, we are all done. Mudded, sanded, vacuumed. And I'm going ahead of Jordan with a brush, and I'm painting this flange. I'm trying to catch the top of it also. Really difficult to see white on white. Just doing the best I can so that our final coat will stick to that. Give a good coat of primer, that's all we can do. All right, here we go, first paint, right? First paint?
Yep.
Here we go.
Huge difference.
Oh man, that's gonna look so good. I can't even tell what I'm doing.
No, I can't.
That's actually why I have my glasses here, so I can see.
No, you can tell that the white is a lot brighter.
Yeah, this is a satin, right? First coat is done, looks great. I'm not gonna touch it because we have a new rule here at the job site, right? No touching the walls, you can't lean anything against the walls. Now we are gonna give them a light sanding final coat once the floor's down, but they are looking great. The one thing we did do, so we can check off one of the items on our list 100%, is I painted the LED ledge with 2 coats, right up there where Jordan is. That was a lot of planning right there for that. And you can't even tell that we did anything. All right, gang, here we go. There's our LED lights on that wall. This is a little spotty right now, but don't worry about that. Jordan ordered these really cool tracks with a spotless diffuser. It's gonna make all that go away. It's gonna look awesome. All right, guys, took like 3 or 4 minutes to cut all 12 pieces. I know they're exactly the length I want. The time I took to make this little homemade cut table just paid off. Let's cut the rest. All right, guys, all of our window frames are made. All that's left to do is put on the casing.
Good? Mm-hmm. I'm freaking good.
Dude. That's the best I could do.
All right.
We got our box square with our tape measure. Just went diagonals, 19 3/8 both sides. So now we can put our frame on there. Just 2 nails per side. Looks great, guys. I'm gonna spin it for Jordan. A lot easier for me to move the frame than for Jordan to move. Oh, did I get you?
My fault.
The hose and the gun.
This is nerve-wracking.
Got our first window in. We did the middle one and it looks great. right, first coat on the windows looks great. And I gotta say, Jordan, I don't mind the same color, the same sheen on the trim and the walls. Looks kind of good. Oh, nice, look at that. Clean and crisp.
Nice.
That is like the best we've ever done, huh? We're gonna give this floor a quick sanding, connect it to the vacuum so we don't make a mess in Jordan's apartment, collect all the dust. Let's get going. Dude, check this out, look what I found. A screw. How's that little screw gone unnoticed for over a year right there in the corner? Man, it's crazy. Another good reason to do this, huh? Kind of strip.
It's fine.
All right, cool. All right, guys, all sanded, all swept, all vacuumed, and it took like 40 minutes, right, guys? So I cut these 1/4-inch shims. We got them screwed in place. I got these 1/4-inch shims, just made them out of some plywood, got them screwed in place with a drywall screw per manufacturer's recommendations to have an expansion gap there. Easily removable once we're done, and we can put our flush baseboard in right there. Let's fly, man. This is gonna go really fast. All right, first row down. Another great thing about this flooring system, score and snap, baby. No trips to the saw.
Ooh. Nice.
Do I still got it or what? Easy on like glue, guys. Stuff's nice. That's nice. Fits together really well. All right, guys, it is 102 outside, and it's pretty warm in here. Our AC, our temporary AC, accidentally got unplugged last night. Hey, cut that out. It's just hard work. Not hard work, it's pretty easy. We got like a 1/4 done. I'd say more than a 1/4. We're gonna keep going, because if we stop, we're stopping for the day. So let's keep going. All right, guys, a couple of pro tips here. What did you think? We're gonna tell you all our secrets at the beginning of the video. Rad's got your first pro tip.
All right, so we learned start on the inside corner to the outside. It makes a way more flush end product here. So make sure to beat it all in. That's perfect.
And I'm doing our very first notcher, not using a tape measure, holding it in position, making a mark, holding it in position the other way, making a mark, and putting an X on the material I have to remove. Because in this heat, by the time I get downstairs, I'll remove the other side. All right, guys, back at the site, very next day, almost done with this floor. We're gonna knock out this section in probably less than 2 hours. Let's get started. Man, did you guys ever think we were gonna get here? Putting in flooring. Can't quite get my hammer there, so I'm using this block. Tapping the block. Perfectly setting that edge. Yeah, nice job. Woo, woo, woo. Hey. All right, guys, big moment here at the Stud Pack Dream Garage. We're covering up more of our framing. Once the baseboard is down, the only framing we're gonna see are our jacks and our header and the 2 doorways. Super excited about that. Here's our baseboard going down. Jordan and Rad have marked on the floor with a piece of blue tape where all the studs are. So I'd be sure to hit them with a nail. We're using a what size nail, guys? 16, 2 in each. Oh, how's that look?
Whoa!
That's awesome. Now check this out. It's going to pull it out. I'm in reverse. See that? There we go. Pretty cool trick, put in your tool bag.
And then we're just gonna slide the whole thing in. Go ahead, Red.
That way we don't have to worry about it not being lined up right there. Boom.
Boom.
All right.
That corner might even look better than your corner.
All right, you got me, you got me. Very first thing we're gonna do, install the pantry doors. This is Jordan's pantry. You got 4 drawers that come out, totally adjustable. He likes these 2, we're gonna definitely lower that one. And we have a couple options on the pantry doors. We can hinge them, or we can fasten them to the drawer fronts so that when we pull this out, the drawers come with it. And that's the option he decided to go with. So the plan here is for me to hold this perfectly, and then with my fingers on my left hand under here, I've got the bottom of the drawer. I've got the drawer grabbed right here. The idea is that I can pull the whole thing out, run the screws in, and we'll be good. All right, guys, we got our pantry doors on. Not the most fun in the world, but we got it done. Just a little bit of adjustment, put the screws in there, and it works great. And as you can see, the only thing left on the floor is the vanity. We just get tired of moving this around, so my suggestion was, let's just hang it on the wall. It's a French cleat system, really easy to hang. All right, guys, we are ready to install our French cleat. This came with the vanity, pretty cool. And we're gonna bolt it to our framing and our blocking with a GRK structural screw. Like it? Oh, this one's cutting a lot better, huh?
Yeah. Nice.
All right, guys, let's hang the vanity. This one's pretty cool. It spins, allows for you to adjust the airflow, so I really want that feature on here. I think we just gotta cut the back of the vanity, guys. What do you think?
Wouldn't be the first time.
It would not. And it's a rare vanity that we don't cut, it seems like, right? All right, let's take some measurements, get our tools, and make room for this grill. It looks nice. Good enough?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Maybe we should start like a second business. We will modify your vanity to fit. Custom, huh? That looks pretty good. That looks factory.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at that. You can adjust it from right here, bud. You don't have to crawl underneath.
Oh, nice.
Added feature.
Great.
You want them now? Yeah.
It's cutting great.
All right, guys, that worked really well. Now we got to remove this little portion right here. we got this thing all modified, all scribed to our walls. Brad, you got it, bud?
Yeah.
I'm here to help if you need it. It's not heavy, is it?
No, it's not bad at all. I'm trying to be careful here.
I'm liking it, I'm liking it. Whoa! We nailed that, bud. High five.
Yeah, that's caulkable for sure.
That's caulkable. I love it, I love it. All right, guys, the vanity countertop is in, and in keeping with the theme of countertops, check it out. Our kitchen counters arrived this morning. The guys got here this morning, made a template, and they already cut it to shape.
Yeah.
All right, the guys just left. They're all cleaned up. Took them about an hour to put this in, and it looks fantastic now. And as you can also see, we threw the sink in here, and I'm gonna give you just a sneak peek of what's underneath and kind of what's in our future to install this behemoth. Jordan and his mom picked out this awesome herringbone tile. We're gonna install that and show you step by step. So we already got the drywall cut right here. Got the outlet cut. It is ready to go. Jordan and Rad have already marked all the stud locations. We're simply gonna screw it to the wall, get ready to tile.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't want to make it too tight. Scrape that panel.
That's great.
Yeah. Just lifting the drywall up so we have a little gap at the bottom. In case the counter ever gets wet, it won't wick up any water. You ready, Rad?
Yep.
All right, guys, check it out. It looks beautiful. It is the next day. Our mastic has dried. Yes, we use mastic on our kitchen backsplash, which is fine. Got our grout mixed up. New paper down, new tape. Ready to go? Let's get this guy grouted. All right, guys, there's a couple rules you got to follow when you're working with grout. The first one is you got to move quickly. Rule number 2, when you're mixing your grout, always use cold water. The water in our hose outside on this Texas August day is well over 100 degrees, so we ran it and let the water get cold. Mix it with a drill on low speed. If you do it on high speed, all that additional friction is going to heat up the grout and make it set off even faster. Rule number 3, put the water in the bucket first, then add the powder, and use less water than you think you need. You can always add more powder to get the consistency you want, but you don't want it too thin, because the very worst thing you can do is babysit grout until the sun goes down. All right, that was like 5 minutes, right? That was like the fastest grout we've ever done. We're gonna pull this paper up, get some clean water, clean everything, stand back, take a look. All right, guys, kitchen is coming along. Got our receptacles in up here, counters done, and we just have a few things left to do. We got to dial in all our outlets underneath here: refrigerator, dishwasher, garbage disposal, oven, microwave. We got to do a couple of doors that are coming in. We got to trim this side out and put in our awesome sink right here. But after that, the kitchen's done, and Jordan can go buy us some steaks, and we can finally start using this kitchen. We are going to install a sliding glass barn shower door.
All right, want to get out and then tilt it?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Shower door time.
Our very first step is to put this track on this wall with 3 screws. Got our 3 holes drilled. Before we put our screws in them, we're gonna fill them up with our favorite sealant, Excel by Sashco. Perfect. Nice. Early in the game, already putting in the panel. Loving that. I'm just gonna take the extra step, putting it in that cardboard right there. Now you can tip it up to me. Take off the plastic. And then we'll slide this, which comes factory attached, into the track we just put on the porcelain.
Wow.
Let's go see the next step.
That's awesome.
Pika for the win. Or it's probably pica. Beautiful.
No, you gotta deal with it.
Now these are the factory screws to attach our guide to the curb. So I've already got one in there and it's telling me how much the screw is gonna stick out. Now I don't wanna puncture the waterproofing that's underneath our porcelain. That's why I didn't drill down as far. So all I'm gonna do with these anchors, I'm gonna cut them that length, drive them in these holes, and that'll be plenty to hold this corner of that glass in place. There we go, custom anchors. Perfect. Our next step is to put on our end caps. There's this nice brass plug. That's what this gets attached to with the set screw. So I'm just gonna put that inside the pencil mark we just made. Love that. Get my marker inside that slot. Make our mark. Boom. Ready to drill a couple more holes. All right, putting our bar up, and we were thinking ahead. The panel behind us is actually the sliding panel, so we put it behind us first in the shower before this bar was in our way. All right guys, bar is in, secure, level. Got our top 2 rollers on. Now we're gonna slide it over into the track on the bottom and hang it on top of the bars, making sure our stops are out of the way. All right guys, shower glass is all in, looks great. Very next thing that we're gonna install is the wall mounted toilet. But the first thing I gotta do is put in a receptacle here. It's gonna be black to match the tile, and it's gonna be ground fault protected at the panel. Let's get started. I'm gonna hand tighten, and then we'll tighten it up, finish it with the tool.
That looks nice.
It looks very nice. And I should be able to get it just tight enough so these threads get buried in the escutcheon. And this is just quarter turn. Boom, that's off, that's on. So that's all done. Our next step is to cut these 2 to length. This is our water inlet to flush the toilet, and this is our waste pipe right into the sewer there. Bang, dude. This thing is massive. The gasket in goes in first, obviously. So now this is in all the way. Imagine this level is our wall. We're gonna put it right there, mark our pipe. All right guys, got both of our marks made. So if this is the amount that goes in the toilet and this is the amount that goes in the wall, we have to remove this amount from this end. The instructions want us to put this bevel back on this piece. About to put a bevel on there. Sweet. Just take that little burr off, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go put it in the toilet. All right, I'm gonna use this lubricated sponge, put a little bit of the oil on our ring here, that rubber seal. Remember, that's our water inlet to flush the toilet, and this is our drain. And there we go, bud.
Wow.
All right, there we go, guys. I'm just using my hands, best way right now. You like it?
I love it.
Nice.
There we go.
Much better.
All right, tighten it, let's smooth it and see if we get a good connection there.
Guys, it is the next day. The grout is rock solid. And let's see if this toilet is rock solid. It already feels way better. Oh yeah, man. That is like part of the wall. It's not moving at all. So guys, we are gonna get some of this Mapai color matched silicone and put it right there. Charcoal is our color. Seal the top. 3. Wow, that's great. Everything lines up perfect. There we go. Click. Nice, dude. All right, guys, we spent the last few minutes putting on this little plastic frame right here. It actually has the 2 plungers in it that flush the toilet. A little flush and a big flush. And it's a manual flush. In case you lose power, you can still flush your toilet. And the last thing to do is to snap on this cover plate, but let's snap this guy on. Sweet, look at that.
Wow.
It's alive. We got water temp, set that. Let's go medium warm. Not trying to roast here. Seat temp, we're just gonna go 4. It's still the summertime here in Texas. All right, boom.
Wow.
Go to menu, manual cleaning, energy. Yeah, this is boring. Let's see. Oh! Oh, snap.
Get it? Oh, is that sensitive?
Kind of banged that a little bit right there.
Maybe you can adjust the size.
Oh!
And the installation of the vanity is going to start with the installation of the stops while we have all this access. And then I remove the cap on the diverter in the shower so we can get some air in the system, bleed the water down. Hopefully I won't get too much of a bath. Just going to cut these caps off, install our valves. Okay, there you go. Letting some air in the system. There you go, not too bad at all. Like?
Love.
Easy. Love it. All right, now we're gonna go get the vanity, hang it on here, and rough in the trap. Is that gonna do that the whole time?
The whole video. Wow, nice. Chrome and white, and then that's gonna be black. Nice.
Yeah, I want to mix it up a little for you.
Well, tricolor action.
Now we're gonna just dry set this on top and rough in all our plumbing. Then once our plumbing's roughed in, we'll put everything in permanent. So I found a Street 45, and my trap adapter with a female fitting is gonna go right on there. It's gonna save us about that much room under here because it's already pretty tight. Not bad. Guys, we're all cut, ready to put on our Street 45. Put it on, quarter turn. Perfect. All right, let's rehang the vanity and mark where we have to cut out the bottom for the B-trap. Fastest way I know to make a template for a router. All right, guys, that is a really nice looking cut.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice. All right, guys, we are attaching our vanity top with a bead of Lexel all the way around.
Picking it up from the faucet, huh?
Yes, sir. Are the hoses inside?
Feeling bold, huh?
Yeah. Are the hoses inside?
Yes.
Done. All right, just make a snake out of the plumber's putty. I'm gonna put it under the flange on my tailpiece. And then I usually like to put pipe dope on the rubber. All right, guys, tailpiece is all in, looks great.
Hey, that looks really cool.
Yeah. The first sink of the start pack build.
Dang. And then we're just gonna kind of flood the system with as much water as possible.
Yeah, the cool thing about yours is we can see the leak from here. We don't even have to open the doors.
Right. And so then you just inspect. We're good.
All right, Ryan, you ready to get this thing out of here? You gotta go all the way out.
No. Come on. Hold it, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, smart, Jordan.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. awkward angle.
Yeah, you got it?
Yep, got it.
All right, should just drop now.
Yep. Sync time.
Now we're thinking.
It's Friday afternoon, man. My brain shuts down at 4.
It's 5 p.m. Friday. It's 98 degrees. Wait, it's Friday?
All right.
Okay, you let go first.
Okay. What's going on there?
That's what's going on.
That looks great.
Woo! All right, guys, making headway. I got the water already hooked up. I wrapped all the excess hose. There's like a 20-foot hose came with this thing. I wrapped it around the drain just to keep it out of the way. Here's the whip that came with the appliance. I got a 90, and I put it through the knockout in a 4x4 metal plate. All I got to do is make these up in the box with my Wagos. Screw the cover on. All right. All right. Tighten those 2 screws. And we are done with the electrical side. I mean, that looks clean. Boom, we're all done. Let's power it up. There we go. We got power, we got water, we got a drain. I took off 1/2 inch, Jordan. I wasn't coming back up here. Click, click. Nice. All right, that's clear. It works. Guys, we're gonna call the dishwasher installation 100% done. Super excited about that. Let me walk you through a few things we learned about it. Really cool features. Here's the power button. Then you have an open button. It's gonna release a latch and come up just a little bit, and then you have these hidden handles. You just lift it up, just like that. Got a nice little stop back there. And if you lose power, check this out. Got a little emergency rip cord right there. You pull that and you can open the dishwasher. Got a cool basket in there. Little silverware basket. Recommends putting the sharp points down. That's good advice for any dishwasher. And this is removable, like that. We also got a very cool faucet put in here. The water is on. Got a nice swivel on there. Love that. And I'm sure that's a spray. Yep. And we even got the disposal hooked up with an air switch. That is awesome. We have 4 custom doors, and each one of them is their own little project. We're gonna start with the lightest door. It's the hollow core for the electrical closet, and I'm gonna remove the door from the frame by driving out the hinge pins. 1, 2. All right, now this is not the first step for all 4 doors we're gonna do. They're all a little different. So on this one, let's remove the door from the frame and put on our casing first. Now I'm going to use my combination square. I got it set for 1/4 inch. That's going to be our reveal. Mechanical pencil. And I'm going to go all the way around and mark a line. Just move your 2 hands together and make your reveal line. All right, gang, perfect. Lined up right here and lined up on this side. Now I'm going to nail it off.
Well, that's bold.
What is?
Going from that direction. I see you tilting it though.
Yeah, I'm coming back this way.
Just made it.
I just made it. All the casing's installed on this side. Now let's put our door back on. All right, guys, now we're gonna bring it into the closet and install the door without any shims. All right, Rad's gonna go up. I'm gonna stay down, keeping the casing tight to the door. I don't want it to open like that. Let the door swing in. And we're in. Got our door tipped up in our opening. We're on our shim, so we're not touching the concrete. Now, all I gotta do, right, I'm gonna start moving the door frame around until my reveal is right. Very first door's in, came out great. Rad's inside with the big stretch, dialing in all the corners. All that's left to do is put the casing on the outside, but that means a trip to the store. Got our bathroom door upstairs. We were just checking the fitment of it once we took the strap off and our little latch. Look what happened, look what we found out. Check what's going on down here in this corner. The door is crashing into the stop. Look at that. Now we're ready to test fit our bathroom door. We always start by checking for level on our flooring. We are perfect here. That's what you'd expect, right, on a new build, but we always check anyway. So let's cut a little 3/4 inch notch in our jamb because we want it sitting on the tile here and on the floor here. And we got a cool way to transition between this and this we're gonna show you here in a minute. Make our little cut. Let's test fit the frame, see how we did. There you go, Rad.
Oh, yeah.
Kick it over.
That looks great.
We nailed it?
Nice.
Our notches look great. They fit fine. What doesn't fit fine is the width of our jamb. And we knew this going into this. See how we did, boys?
Oh.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good. All right, guys, the door is in. Looks great. Well worth the effort to cut that edge all the way around to get a perfect reveal on our door. Man, gotta love a solid core door in a bathroom. I love them everywhere. It works perfect. Let's hang some casing. We got this one all ready to go. We got our miters together. And this one is for the inside. This is for the outside of this door. This is for the inside of the bathroom door. Let's take this one out of the clamps, case this door. Got the casing installed on both sides, and that is one fine looking door. It's gonna look a lot better once all the nail holes are filled, everything's caulked, and it's painted. Our next door to tackle is the entry door right here, coming up the stairs on the landing. This is a concealed bottom mount door seal. And let me show you how it works. We're gonna route a channel into the bottom of the door, and obviously we're gonna cut the jambs, and this is gonna be lower to the ground. And this guy's gonna sit right in here. It's gonna flush mount. We got some screw holes in it. See that brass button? Watch what happens when I press that. See how that comes down? And that's adjustable. How far it comes down is totally adjustable. So this is gonna fit in the bottom of the door, and then when that button right there hits the jamb, it comes with a steel plate to hit against instead of hitting against the wood, but I'm gonna push against the hinge for you. Watch what happens. I'm closing the door, and that's gonna drop down and seal against our floor and seal the smoke out, and we're gonna pass our inspection.
And it's sleek.
It's very sleek. I love it. What do you think, guys? That was awesome jig. Are we in?
Oh, we're in.
Oh man. Looks great. Now it's way too long, and this guy is cuttable. It's just aluminum. Let's head to the saw, cut it off. Gotta go slow. All right, guys, we got the door in its frame, and watch how good this closes. I didn't even need to close it that hard, did I, Jordan? Nice, love that. And come check out our smoke seal down here. This is fire rated and smoke rated from the manufacturer. We save the piece of paper. We can show that to our inspector if he asks. And then as I close it, about right there we go. You can see it start to come down, and then we're fully sealed all the way across the bottom. But now that the door is all done, let's throw our casing on it. We got it right here all glued up with the casing. Let me try to push that. We even had the casing installed on this side, and check out the reveals. It's all about the reveals, right? They're equal all the way around. Jordan, Rad, and I actually threw together this spray booth in the Stud Pack Dream Garage. If you're gonna spray doors, you almost gotta have a little spray booth like this. We threw this together this morning in about an hour with a bunch of plastic and some 1-bys. Nothing is attached to anything. These 1-bys right here are just acting as a support. They're sprung into place, holding up our ceilings. So we can go to town with our spraying. All right, guys, it's going really fast. We got these three done pretty quick. Just have screws in the end, holding them on our stickers. It's working really well. And I was just inspecting Jordan's spray job. He did a great job, so I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Guys, it is the very next morning. Got all the casing on all 5 doors. 5, 1, 2, 6. I can't remember anymore. All dialed in, absolutely smooth as a baby's bottom. Used the big stretch by Sashco here. It's gonna perform well, perfectly for the life of the building. And of course, got our Bondo in all the nail holes. Everything's sanded. These are ready for their first primer coat. Check out in the spray booth. We got in here this morning, and the 3 we painted flat, we just did zigzag the whole way. Jordan sprayed these 2, like this is the most important door of the whole project, the outside door, and it came out awesome. So we just did the whole thing. He's got his spray technique dialed in, gave everything a light sanding, a quick vacuum. They are ready for spraying. I'm gonna get out of here and let Jordan shoot them.
All right, guys, it is a few days later. We have let the paint dry a little bit on these doors. Don't want to interact with the doors when they've got a fresh coat on them. We like to let them cure for a day or two. And I got to tell you, we like to do this. We kind of go around with the light and inspect. And I've already inspected these, and they're perfect. Not a single run or drip, which is awesome when you're painting doors vertically like this.
Guys, it is the next day and our door frames look amazing. They feel amazing also. A lot of prep went into that. Remember, we went over all the prep. A nice paint job, a great paint job is all about the prep. Let me grab the screws, get these installed, and we can hang the very first door permanently on the stud pack. Complete project. All right, guys, here's our very first hinge leaf on our door. Let's put up the other 2 hinges, hang this door. Sounds on a job site when those first doors go in.
Go ahead, close that. Yeah, look how good that looks.
It's awesome. We got our main door all prepped here, got our hinges on it, got our custom sweep on the bottom. Rad's over here getting the tape off the floor, getting the weather stripping on. Let's hang our main entry door. Okay, now I can take it. So I'm gonna show you how we hang a door with just 2 guys, or a hollow core if you're doing this by yourself. So you got the hinge leaf attached to the frame, and we also have it attached to the door. So I'm gonna keep the weight of the door on this corner. I'm gonna tip it towards Jordan. That way I'm not supporting all the door. I'm just supporting a little bit of the weight of the door. And I'll line up those bottom knuckles just like that. And Rad will get that hinge pin in. Perfect. And then all I gotta do is tip up. Hinges line up. There we go. All I gotta do is tip up, line him up, and we can hang the door like that. That way I'm not holding the whole door, trying to get the top one first. Start at the bottom, tip it in place, and then tip the whole door up. Got our main door to the apartment back on, got the weather stripping back in its little groove there. Let's give it a test. Love it. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna paint the jamb black. Now I know I got clean paint to paint my jamb. But it is the next day. We got 2 coats of black on the exterior of our main door right here. 1 coat yesterday afternoon. Jordan got in here last night about 8:30, put on the 2nd coat. Ready for screws.
You go down here, and you stay. I don't want to put it on concrete. Nice.
All right, guys, after an hour of modifying, we got the latch in for the lever handle and we got the strike in for the deadbolt. Even put the dust shield in there so you don't see all the framing and the foam and all that. And it closes great. Check this out. Locks, unlocks. That's all done. Got the door all dialed in. Our final step, last step, is to take the paper off our glass. I'm going to go around the perimeter with a nice sharp blade. We'll peel it right off. All right, big reveal, guys. Oh, forgot there was paper on the other side. Let's get this side off. But check that out. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go. Yeah. How's that?
That's amazing.
And there you go, guys. 2 years of hard work condensed into one awesome video. Come on inside with us and let's check it out. And check it out. It's pretty awesome in here. Jordan, Rad, and I had a great time building this. It was a super experience for us. We learned a lot, and a lot of the lessons we learned we're applying to the main house build right over there. And some of the lessons we learned we're not applying over there. So from Rad, Jordan, and I, and the entire Stud Pack team, thank you so much for all your support along the journey. And we encourage you to continue on that journey with us as we build the Stud Pack Dream House. So hit that like button, please subscribe, ask a question, drop a comment, and we'll see you right back here as we continue building the Stud Pack Dream House right over there.